Good morning. It is 8:30 on July 22nd. It's a Sunday, a very quiet Sunday. The last week and a half has been absolutely insane. I want to say hi to all the new subscribers. Hi and welcome to my channel. We're going to be going on a great adventure, and I'm glad you're joining the little tribe we got going on here, and I hope you enjoy. I have a great update, but I want to tell you a little bit how the week has been going for the last week and a half, because I know I've been getting a lot of people asking me where I've been, how's it going. I didn't want to do any more video, or I didn't want to do an update video until I had something concrete to update. And it was like, sit around and wait, or, be patient. It's not one of my virtues to begin with. But I did make some notes here because there was this ridiculously amount of stuff going on. As far as the dates go, may not be totally accurate, but in the last week and a half, this is how it started. Now I have been saving money to go and rent a house or an apartment or something in Virginia, somewhere, West Virginia, somewhere. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was going to go get a wad of money, and I was going to go and venture out and look for something. Well, I had been saving. I had about $700 already saved, and things were just, putting along, same humdrum. I'm just like, I don't want to be here. It's just, and it's so ungodly hot, and I have to sit in the house all the time, and it's just really getting to me. Well, back in 2013, I had some credit debt I was trying to get rid of, so I went to a company, Clearing Solutions, and I paid them for like 2 years to get rid of it. You pay them. I don't know how it all works, but most of it was taken care of, but I did have 3 that bit me in the butt, and I'm on the last one, which I thought was just going to go away, because when the lawyer called me about 2 months ago, she said they're wanting to settle, and for the amount of the credit card, and she said, no, it doesn't work that way. Don't worry about it unless I call you back. Well, I got the phone call a week and a half ago, and the deal was either pay $75 a month for $2,200 or pay off of $1,675. So I told her I'll get back with her. I had to think about it and I thought, I'm just paying it off. I didn't want to dip into the money, the money that I saved. I used that. That depressed me to no end, because it was only $700. It wasn't like it was going to change my future, but it was a start to it. And then when that was gone, I almost felt like I'm done. I knew when I came back I was never going to get out of here, because things just keep going, keep getting, you know what I'm saying? Life. So I said, okay, whatever. So I called her and told her I'm going to pay the $1,675, pay it off, and be done with it. So here I am, having to start all over again. And I don't know if I have it in me to keep starting over again, because it's getting, I'm ready. I am ready. And it's just that I don't have the proper thing to go yet. So I was done with it. I was done. And plus we owe the IRS $7,000. And what a good thing about that, which is going to come back I'm trying not to go all over the place. I'm trying to kind of keep it in order, but that's a good thing with the IRS. When it comes to the point, I'll put it in there. But so I'm thinking we owe the IRS $7,000. I have 2 mortgages. This is ridiculous. We don't owe much on either one of them, So my little brain are working. Plus, we have a 401k of it's actually an IRA. It was a 401k, but then when the business with his partner went, we put it in an IRA. We never really had money to put into it, and it was really losing money every year. And I've been wanting for years to take it out, pay the penalty, be done with it, because you're better off doing that and have something. Because if you don't take it out, pretty soon it's going to be all gone, And they already took most of it when the stock market or the economy went kapooey. So, it's just ridiculous. So, and we did use some of it, take it out, 7-8 years ago for the business. So I think there was like there was like 40,000 in there, and now there's 32. You know, there's just eating it away. It's ridiculous. So I started thinking, I says, okay, between my first mortgage and second mortgage, it's $1,300. If I can get rid of that other mortgage, you know, the head's going. So we found we're refinancing, and we're putting the two mortgages together. And I thought, well, I'll get some money extra to at least get the IRS paid off, because next year with the 401k or the IRA is going to be higher taxes on that, and I won't be all bogged down. So, and it was working out that way. We're going to know more, I think, Monday about that, but it's pretty much going to go through. And then Friday I will get my 401k money. But if I don't know if you all know where this is leading. But why the guy that was doing our mortgage, looking to refinance our mortgage, put them together, he says, I had to send him all my tax information for the business and everything, and he says, you know, because we did it on TurboTax, you showed you made a profit. You how did he say it? He says you doubled profit than what you did, because on both lines, I think we had like over $18,000 profit or something. And the cats, and it was on there twice. So Monday, my secretary is going to go and deal with all of that, and she said you might even get a refund. So it'd be great if I don't owe him that, you know. So it's like it is starting. Things are starting to get better, and there was 2 eclipses this month. There was one on the 13th, and there's going to be one on the 27th, and that's why everything is retrograding, and it's just, and I can feel it. I can feel it. So, but in between all of this, as you know, my daughter moved in with 2 cats. I have a sick cat, and you know, so it's. Well, it's not a sick cat. It's just an old cat, and he's just, you know, he's old, and I had a 19-year-old cat, and I know the same signs, and he's only 13, so he's on the floor right here, and then I got my daughter's cat over here hissing. She keeps it up. I put her in her room and shut the door. And I was having problems with my internet all week. The guy is actually coming today on a Sunday between 10 and 11 this morning to see if they can straighten it out. It's something out there. So I don't know what's going on. Before it was the emails were like, we weren't getting our emails, and emails were disappearing, and you know, you had one. I had an email of Carol's, and I can't find it anywhere. I can't even find the letter. And I had other things that were just like certain things were out of it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was, and we kind of got that straightened out. I mean, we never got the emails back, but it seems like we're getting our emails now. And then the internet, you know. It's just crazy. I don't know. It's just one thing after the other. And then yesterday morning, my husband's at the hunting camp, and yesterday morning, which was Saturday, I wake up and there's no running water. Our pump went out. So I had to call him at 6 o'clock because I wanted him to know early enough, so he had to go and get parts or whatever, and he needed to get his ass home to do it. And he did. He came home, and he fixed the water pump. So, you know, and that, yesterday I was having my sister over for dinner with my niece and nephew, and to meet my nephew's new girlfriend, which she's beautiful, and she's so sweet. She's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Gemini people are good. But she is, and beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful. And, you know, so I had to do a little bit of cleaning, but I also had to take my mom to her mammogram yesterday at 10 o'clock. So by the time we got done with the mammogram, I had to stop at the store and get a few things. I was totally whipped. So I came home, ate some lunch, I cleaned the bathroom real quick, and I said, when I get up, taking a nap, because they weren't coming until about 5:30, I'm going to take a nap, and then I'll get up, and, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I needed to get the table set out and all that, and you know, she was picking up the Popeye's chicken, and, you know, it was easy dinner. It was nothing major to do anything. But, you know, it's just like, it's just one, I am so tired, so stressed. I am so looking forward to getting on the road. Let me make sure I got everything. We are going to get a storage shed, and we're going to put a storage shed out back because my daughter moved in. I would have had to take my stuff out of there anyway. So all the stuff is in the living room, which I will try to remember to show you. Just boxes everywhere, and I have a storage shed, so we can take all that out of there and put it in the storage shed, and we're not paying $100 a month for a storage shed, and he doesn't have all this shit in here. So that's what we decided we're going to do. I hope to leave in September. And for the great news, my friends, how do I say this? Oh, there he's over there. As you know, my plans was to get an apartment or a house or something, and that was why I was packing stuff. And that's another reason why I quit packing, because when I had to use all my money that I saved to try to move, you know, saving more, so I was going to save for another month. And there's more money coming in next month than it was in June and July. So I know that I was going to have the money, but I was just saving a little bit here and there then. And once that was gone, I thought, who knows when I'm going to get out of here. So I'm not going to pack up my kitchen, which thank God I didn't, because I'd have to unpack it. So I didn't know what was going on, what to do. And my husband talked about it. And he says, just take the 401k. Move up there, do what you got to do, and as long as you're happy, you know. So I kind of sat there for a minute, and I thought about it, and I thought, well, to myself, I thought the only reason why I was actually going to get the house, because I was going to have the best of both worlds, or I could still go camping with my camper van and have a home base, was because it was doable money-wise in the beginning, but in the long run it probably would have ended up costing me more, just about the same of what I was spending, because you know how that shit goes. And which I was even willing to go get a part-time job somewhere when I moved up there. But on the other hand, if I had a nice chunk of money, buy something self-contained I can live in, I don't need to get the apartment. And in the long run, it is going to be cheaper. Which I knew that all along, but when you had to save money to do something, that was the thing that I was going to do, because I could do that. It was doable for me at the time to save money and get a house. But now that we're refinancing and getting the money out of the 401k or IRA, because it's not a 401k no more, I will have about $25,000 to go and buy something, and I want a Class B. So as I was sitting there thinking all of this in my head, I turned to him and I said, well, if that's the case, I would rather buy a Class B than get the apartment. And he looked at me and says, you really want to do that? You're really going to be happy doing that? I said, I would be ecstatic doing that. You kidding me? That is what I really want to do. The lighting in here is awful. I don't know what the deal is, because I can see it over here. It's like it's doing something. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera. I said, that's what I want. I want a Class B. And so I've been looking at Class Bs, used ones. I like to buy one from an original owner and stuff like that. So as soon as I get a Class B and do it, you know, tune up, and I want to change all the belts and all that stuff and make sure everything's going good, I am going to take off. And I'm hoping that'll be in September. And I am going to be on the road pretty much full time, so I can keep my free spirit van dweller name, because that was bothering me too, because I'm thinking, you're not a van dweller by no means. You know, this way I can keep that, and I can go anywhere. So once I get my little Class B, I'm going to head up, and I'm going to stay, you know, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, Georgia for a little bit just to get used to my rig and make sure I get all the kinks out of it, make sure that it's running good, and all this other stuff. Because sometimes they sell you something and they don't know that this such and such was gonna go break in a month, 3 weeks. It could be an alternator, anything like that. So I kind of want to just do that so I know what I've got, learn to use it, because I do have people in those areas that if I needed help, they would be close by, and things like that. And then I'm going to take out west, and I think I'm going to go to the RTR this year. I'm hoping to go to the RTR. If you don't know what the RTR is, it's the I can't even remember what it's Tramp Rendezvous. I can't remember what the first one is right out of my head. If I remember, I'll stick it up here. Sorry, it's just been literally crazy around here. I mean, and it has been so ungodly hot that I don't even go outside anymore. I refuse to. I bought a little beach tent thing. I might even send it back to Amazon because I'm not doing that. No, it's too hot. Too hot. I can't do it. I can't stand it. And I'm not. It's just too hot. Going to the store is enough. I don't think I only got, and you know what? It's not even, the hot's not even here yet. That's the sad thing. August is going to be so unbearable. August and September around here is so unbearable. So I'm hoping to be out of there by then. I am so excited. I feel like everything is going well. I just cannot wait to get on the road. It is, oh my God, I just dream about it. I enjoyed that so much when I did that. I'm gaining weight. I know I am. I'm trying desperately not to. But, and I'm going to probably start going back on the Weight Watchers today and start counting my points. Because I want some French toast, so I bought the 40-calorie bread. I can make that for no points. Or 1 point or something. I don't know. I know this ain't my weight loss channel, but I am on that journey too because I need to get rid of this weight. My joints are all stiffed and everything because I'm not moving around. I feel like crap. I know once I get out there, it's going to be wonderful. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to go, and I'm going out west, and I'm going to hang out west for a while, because if I leave in September, I'll be in the fall time. Be perfect time to be going all up through there. And then, by the time winter really sets in, because I don't think I could be in deep snow. I don't mind a little snow, but head down south on the West Coast and kind of maybe head back this way, because then the holidays will be coming. This is kind of what I'm thinking. And then after the holidays, head back and go to Quartzsite, Arizona to the RTR. So I don't, but that's kind of what I have going on in my head right now, how it's going to go. But you never know. It can change every day. And it's going to be, because see, I am never going to have to pay for a place to stay unless I choose to. That is where I want to get to. I could go and drive 50 miles a day to a new town, go sightseeing, go to a park. I can sit in the park and eat my lunch inside. I can even take a nap if I wanted to. Nobody's going to bother you. But at night, you need a place to stay, you go to the Walmart, you go to the truck stop. All you're doing is sleeping. You get up, I can do this. I don't have to, I wanted to do that, but I didn't feel comfortable in the van because I would literally have to get out of the van to rearrange a few things to be able to go to sleep for the night. I don't have to do this in this vehicle. I get out of the seat, lock everything, and walk right back to the back where you're going to be. I feel more comfortable doing that. I can handle doing that. It's just that when you're in a car, people stereotype, and that's just the way it is, my friends, in the world. I don't care what it is, people stereotype everything. And when people see you out there in a van, they think automatically you're homeless or you're down on your luck. And those people become targets, especially when they see there's a lonely woman in there. They become targets because people prey on the weak. You know, they don't know. You know, they don't know you. They don't, you know, I don't hold it against them for what they think, because I probably think the same thing when I see somebody. I don't know people's whole stories. That's another thing I'm trying not to do, is make them a story that I don't even know their story, and I made one up for them in my head, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so I just was not comfortable doing that. Many times when I was out, I thought about trying it. I even thought maybe I can rearrange it before I get there, but it's just too much. And I'd rather not. So, you know, that's me. There's a young lady, I can't remember what her channel is. I'll try to remember and put it here. She lives in California. She lives in her car by choice. Oh, cats are all over my boxes over there. Tumbling down. Oh, I live on a farm. She does it by choice. She does a YouTube channel, which she makes a little living off of it. Plus, she's a young girl. Plus, she college educated, and plus she does some kind of customer type service things online. I guess you work your own hours, and you know, and she goes to the Starbucks and does her thing, and she's kind of stays around the California area. And she had been staying at truck stops. She's been doing this, I think, 2 years. She's been staying at truck stops. And this one particular truck stop she's been, because she has like 4 or 5 places she stays. She don't stay the same place every night. And this particular truck stop, she has probably been 15, 20 times already. We're trying to mess with the cat. You're going to get put in your room. She went there about 15, 20 times. Never had a problem. Never had a problem. Was back there with the other RVers and the truckers and all that. Because all she wanted to do was sleep. She gets up about 6 or 7, gets herself ready because she's going to work. You're getting dressed. And she goes to a Starbucks and does her morning stuff. This one particular night, she's sleeping. It's about 1 or 2 in the morning. Young girl now. Guy knocks on her door and says, "You can't sleep here. You're not allowed to sleep here." And she's like, "Well, why can't I sleep here? You know, well, you're not a camper. You're a car." And she's like, he goes, "You live in your car?" She said, "Yeah." And he kind of, you know, he was thinking she was a homeless piece of trash to get her out of here. A young girl. He made her leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. He told her, she said, "I'll be out of here 6 o'clock as soon as Starbucks open." And he said, "Well, why don't you go sit in Starbucks parking lot? You know, go sleep in their parking lot." And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That girl was not hurting nobody. She was doing her own thing. She didn't look like a bum. Everything was very neat in her vehicle. She was neat and clean. There was no reason for that. But that one certain person stereotyped her. You know, who knows? He might have been a new manager and he thought he was it, you know. Got in a fight with his wife when he left work for work and took it out, you know. Who knows what? But that's what all of that was about, because there was no call for that. There was no call for that. And so she never stayed there again. So she, you know, what are you going to do? But she moved on and she'll find other places. I think she's leaving California. She was saying something about she was going to leave California, and I haven't watched her recent videos because thank God for my Verizon tablet. But I've been so busy, I really haven't been watching too many videos. Just a few here and there I'm catching. You know, I need to go through the whole thing and see what I missed. Excuse me. But yeah, so that's my announcement. I am going to be Free Spirit Van Dweller. I am so happy. I cannot wait. And I will bring you along when I go and look at them. As soon as I get the money in my hands, you know, they say don't count your chickens before they hatch, because anything can happen. And I've been looking, but nothing to where I'm going to call somebody, say I want to come over and look at it, or driving to Sanford or 100 miles here, 100 miles there to go look, When I have the money, I will do those things. And I will bring you along and we will pick out a nice Class B. I have to be patient because my tarot card reading said to be patient. Don't make any decisions in haste in the month of July. So I am not making no haste, telling me to be patient, keep the faith, because I was losing the faith there. I'm like, what the hell? Is it my time on earth done? Is that what, what the heck? But I am feeling better. I can breathe. I feel like I can breathe, and I feel like it's finally a way for me, for my soul to be happy. This just isn't working for me anymore. I don't know, I don't know why. It's not, and I don't want to be here. That's just the way it is. That's how it goes. So, but see too, when I get this sleeps another person, because if anybody wants to come and visit me, like my husband or my daughter or DJ or whoever, my sister, I can pick them up at the airport wherever I'm at, and they can come with me and hang out for a little bit, and then when it's time for them to go, I take them back to the airport. So that'll be good too. That's what my sister was saying she was going to do. And probably my husband will probably be doing the same thing too, especially if I go out west, because he knows some people, I think, in Washington and Colorado. I'm not sure, but yeah. So keep your fingers crossed, pray for me, and we will be on the road as soon as I possibly can, because I cannot wait. So until then, my friends, I will talk to you. Let's see. Sometime this week, because sometime this week I will know for sure, probably Friday. By the end of the week, I will be giving you another update to let you know exactly how much money I have to spend. No. I should have a good chunk. I'm happy. And I want to buy it straight out. I don't want no payments. And I'd love to have it a used one-time owner. And it sat in their garage for a couple of years because they were too old to drive it anymore. That's the one I'm looking for. And I like the road Trek. I don't want a Dodge. No Dodge. Everything I read about a Dodge, and low mileage is another thing. The Dodge, after they get in the 100,000 miles, they eat oil like crazy. And I've seen that on YouTube through a lot. So it won't be a Dodge. I know that. Yeah, so until then, I will definitely be talking to you Friday. Putting a video out Friday. If not Friday, it will be Saturday, because sometimes that's why I'm doing this early, because I have a funny feeling this afternoon is going to be buzz, 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 because you're going to have the internet guy out there. My husband will be home, and it'll be just buzzing around, and I won't have time, and because I've been trying to do this, like I said, since Friday. So this is my update. Everything is going good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. A little too healthy, maybe. And see, when I get bored, I love to cook. I love to cook. I love recipes. I love to cook. I love to experiment. And I do. I end up doing that. That's like, what else are you going to do, And I was going to do my scrapbook for my last trip I went, but I packed it in the boxes. Let me show you the boxes. Yeah, hang on here. Let me turn you around. See, all these boxes, all of this. This came out of the craft room. Oh, gosh, it's a mess. And here is my Fred, my little old man. He's a big boy. He was the biggest out of the litter. Fred? Hello, Fred. Yes. Those baby kitties are bothering you? Don't worry. Mom and I can let them happen to you. No way. Yeah. And that was our table from last night. I took the tablecloth off and kind of picking up a little this morning. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't pack my kitchen, because that would have been a mistake. That's what I had to say. Thank you for all your concern. Yeah, it's slowly going, but I think we're on the downhill of where we need to be. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that I'll find the perfect one, Class B, because that's what I want. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. I'm going to the Redwood Forest. This is really coming real for me. And it's almost like pinch me, you know. But I'm trying not to get too overzealous because I don't want to, if a little hiccup comes, I could get very depressed really quick and pissy. So I'm trying not to let that happen, because that already happened when I had to give up the other money, which it wasn't a lot, but it was like that was a start, and it was like security to me knowing it was there. When it was gone, it was like, this is hopeless. But it all changed because I think up here. I am going, everybody. You all have a great afternoon. Have a great week, and I will be talking to you on Friday or Saturday. If I can't do it on Friday, I hope to be able to do it on Friday. Well, it might end up being Saturday, because I might not get all the information till the end of Friday to know the exact what 100%. This is like 90% going to happen. It's just that 10%. You know, I got to have it before I can. You know, don't count your chickens before they hatch type thing. Alrighty, I'm blabbering because I am just, I'm so happy. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you all. See you soon.